Okay, good afternoon to all. Welcome to back. In previous lecture, we discussed about the pyramids of number in grassland ecosystem and pond ecosystem. Okay. Now, remaining two pyramids of this number of ecosystem, that is the pyramid of number in forest ecosystem. Okay, you know about the forest. Here we can consider in forest ecosystem pyramids of number. Here we consider as only one tree. Okay, not all tree. We are here consider only one tree. In forest ecosystem, the pyramid of number is like arrow-headed. This is very important, and this will be asked for every time for the MCQ. In forest ecosystem, the pyramid of number is a arrow-headed. This is type. Okay, this type arrow-headed. Okay, this is the arrow-headed. Okay, producer which are mainly large sized tree. Okay, we can see in the diagram here. Here tree here we are considered as only one tree. Okay, here only one producer which are the large tree. Okay, this large tree provide the nutritions. Okay, they provide food to the many primary consumer, that is herbivorous animal, that is birds, deers, elephants. These are the primary consumers. Okay, they are consumed on the tree. Okay, therefore the number of the, as compared to the producer, the number of the primary consumer is larger. Therefore their size of these as you see, their size of primary consumer number will be the increases. Therefore these pyramid show the arrow headed because producers are less number than the primary consumers. Producers which are mainly large sized tree are lesser in the number than the primary consumer or herbivorous like fruit eating birds. जेवढे fruit eating birds आहेत which are consumed on the fruit of this one tree. Okay, elephant also consume the branches, leaves or fruits of this tree, and deer, that is a deers also consume on the tree, etc., and form the narrow base of the pyramid. Therefore they form the narrow base of the pyramids. Then there is a gradual decrease in number of the secondary consumer. Then as you see, there is a gradual decrease in number of secondary consumer. Then as you see the number of secondary consumers which are consumed on the primary consumers, that is the wolf, landgacel, kollacel, that numbers are the less. These number are the less than the primary consumer. We can see here, this is the producer tree, this is the producer, this is the producers, okay, tree. Okay, this having number 1. Okay, one tree. Then they provide the nutrition or feeding to the many primary consumer, that is the primary consumer birds, deer, elephant, and we consider at their number is the 100. Okay, their number is the 1000 or thousands. Then primary consumer, the number of the secondary consumer which consume the primary consumers are less in number, that is wolf, fox, that is secondary consumer, which considered as their number is the 500. Okay, and last is the top consumers, that is the tertiary consumers which consume on the that is secondary consumer, that is a lion and tiger. There is number of these tertiary consumer is less than the secondary consumer, we consider as the 100. Okay, we consumer as the 100 number of the tertiary consumers. Now as you see, the calculate these numbers, and when we prepare the pyramid, the pyramid becomes the arrow headed because they form the narrow base, that is the producer at the base. Then number of the primary consumers will increases, then number of the secondary consumer decreases, and the number of the tertiary consumers is decreases, and their pyramid will be the form this arrow headed. Okay, this pyramid will be the form the arrow headed. Okay, this point clear for everyone? That is the pyramids of number in forest ecosystem. Then we move on next, that is the pyramids of number in parasitic food chain. Now in parasitic food chains, that means there is the parasitic animals. Okay, there are parasitic organisms which feeds on the other organisms or living in the tissue of other organisms. As compare how much number of presence of these parasitic numbers in every trophic level, we can see in this scenario. Pyramids of number in parasitic food chain. In parasitic food chain, the pyramid of number is always inverted. This is also important for the MCQ in the university exams. In parasitic food chain, the pyramid of number is always inverted. Okay, this will be the like inverted. In parasitic food chain, the pyramids of number is always inverted. This is due to the fact that a single plant may support the life of many herbivorous, that is fruit eating ला. जसं आपण इथं बघितलं की याच्यामध्ये जर आपण ह्या पिरॅमिडमध्ये बघितलं तर याच्यामध्ये बघितलं एक सिंगल ट्री इथं कन्सिडर केलंय. दिस इज ड्यू टू द फॅक्ट दॅट इज अ सिंगल प्लांट. दिस इज द सिंगल प्लांट. ओके, दिस सिंगल प्लांट सपोर्ट लाईफ ऑफ मेनी हर्बिवरस. ओके, एक प्लांट असेल तर त्याच्यावरती जवळपास आपण बघितलं की 1000 ते आसपासच्या वरती डेअर्स असतील, एलिफंट्स असतील, बर्ड्स असतील. दिस प्लांट गिव्स सपोर्ट देम्स. Okay, this many herbivorous, this is the due to the fact a single plant may support the life of many herbivorous, that is fruit eating birds. Each herbivorous birds may provide nutrition to several parasites like lice and bugs. ज्याला आपण शरीरामध्ये बऱ्याच वेळेला गोचीड असतात, प्राण्यांच्या ज्यामध्ये बऱ्याच वेळा पिसू असतात, ह्याच्या ज्याप्रमाणे ओवा म्हणतो आपण त्याला, की त्याचा नंबर देखील एका पक्षामध्ये जर आपण 5-5 धरला आणि 1000 पक्षी आहेत तर म्हणजे 5000 नंबर झाला इथं. ओके, इथे किती नंबर झाला तर 5000. लाईस आणि बगचा किती नंबर झाला, एक ट्री 1000 बर्ड्स, त्या 1000 मध्ये प्रत्येकी 5-5 धरले तर आपण त्याचे 5000 नंबर होतात. ओके, and this parasite inside their parasite there is hyper parasite is also present. Okay, hyper parasite, that is fungi, bacteria, actomycete. Okay, these parasites support many hyperparasites that support to the 10,000 hyperparasites. Thus form the producer toward the consumer. There is a reverse position, that is number of organisms show gradual increase making the pyramid inverted shapes. ओके, इथं बघा आता आपण जर इथं न्यूमेरिकली जर आपण बघितलं याचं तर हा पिरॅमिड बघा कसा तयार होतो. याच्यामध्ये बघा पहिला जो येतो तो प्रोड्युसर्स, वी कॅन कन्सिडर ॲज द 1 नंबर ऑफ ट्री. ओके, फक्त इथं एक झाडाची संख्या किती पकडली आपण, एक, त्याला प्रायमरी प्रोड्युसर. दिस इज नोन ॲज द ट्री. देन फ्रूट इटिंग बर्ड्स, दिस 1 ट्री गिव्ह सपोर्ट टू द 100 birds, 1000 birds. Okay, this gives support to 1000 birds are feeds on the one tree, that is a fruit eating birds. Okay, on this in the body or in the feathers of these fruit eating birds, parasite, that is lice and bugs are present. Okay, that is इथे जर आपण म्हटलं की एका याच्यामध्ये 5 पॅरासाइट प्रेझेंट आहेत एका बर्डच्या फिदरमध्ये, तर असे किती झाले तर सेकंडरी कन्झ्युमरची संख्या किती होईल तर 5000 होईल. ओके, 5000 याची झाली 1000, याची झाली 5000. Then number of the primary consumer is less than the secondary consumer. That means the number of the secondary consumer increases as compared to the primary consumers. Then the number of the tertiary consumers, that is a hyperparasite. Hyperparasite is the bacteria, fungi and actomycete. Okay, these are in the huge number. These are the huge number. Okay, we can see आपण म्हणतो की एका सुईच्या टोकावरती लाखो बॅक्टेरिया प्रेझेंट असतात. ॲनिमलवरती किती असतील असं इन प्रेझेन्स ऑफ सपोज कन्सिडर ॲज इन 1 वर्ड्स 1 lakh hyperparasitic bacteria, fungi, actomycete are present. Okay, as here we can see, as the number of these producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer increases, the number of the primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer increases. Therefore, the shape of the pyramids is the inverted type. The shape of the pyramid is the inverted types. Okay, समजलं का सर्वांना? ओके, याच्यामध्ये काय प्रॉब्लेम नाही, इझी आहे खूप. पिरॅमिड्स ऑफ नंबर इन पॅरासिटिक चेन. आपण पिरॅमिड्स ऑफ नंबर याच्या बघितलं, पिरॅमिड्स ऑफ नंबर ऑफ पिरॅमिड्स इन द याच्यामध्ये आपण ग्रासलँड इकोसिस्टम मध्ये बघितलं. दिस आर द अपराइट. ओके, इन पॉन्ड इकोसिस्टम दिस इज अपराइट. इन द फॉरेस्ट इकोसिस्टम देर इज अ एरो हेडेड अँड इन पॅरासिटिक फूड चेन दिस आर द इन्व्हर्टेड टाईप. हे 4 लक्षात ठेवा. हे परीक्षेच्या दृष्टीने, MCQच्या दृष्टीने खूप महत्त्वाचं आहे. ओके, आपण थांबूया इथं. आज 2 लेक्चर होतील आपले, एक नेहमीप्रमाणे आणि दुसरं 6 वाजता.